Hello guys, my name is Quest, and welcome back to Scry guys. You can find me on Twitter at QuestingBeaver, and you can find me on TikTok at Beaver Magic, and we also have a Twitch channel, which is Scry Guys TV, and I'm also with...
Yep, my name is Barry. You can find me on TikTok as Old Taku.
Alright, we are going to be talking about the top 5 mythic and rare you should probably pick up now before they start spiking up to high prices where it's like, oh, that's like $40 for some odd reason.
Oh man, I wasn't aware that. My list is more like, oh, it's gonna be like $6-7 later. Buy it now.
Yeah, my list is pretty high. I mean, they're like $10 card, $20 card, but it's not that crazy.
Yeah, my list is more on the conservative side. These are the cards that I just personally liked.
Yeah, all right.
I'm pretty sure it's the same for Quest though.
All right, first card on my list is Beldris, Witherbloom. 1 green, 1 black, 5 colorless, a legendary creature, Elder Dragon. 4/4 flying. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 black green pest. Creature token. When it dies, you gain 1 life and then pay 10 life. Untap all your lands you control. Activate ability once per turn.
Yeah. Hey, anything that could untap your lands, even for 10 life, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know how strong it's gonna be as a commander.
I don't know about Commander, but definitely just like any type of like 5 color, 3 color, 4 color deck, it just seems really good. Just untapping all your lands, even if you have like a mana doubler, you're basically like, cool, I'll pay 10 life. Whoop! All right, time to tap some more things. Like it's really powerful, and it's just like it produces you tokens. It's just a flyer too.
Yeah, and it creates creatures for you to gain that life back, even though it's like in very minuscule. It's like only like one per upkeep.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's definitely a strong Elder Dragon. Anything that's gonna give you the advantage, as even if you don't have anything in hand, I would still untap the lands just because I'd be like, all right, I need to bluff my way to the next turn.
Yeah, and it's just a good bomb too. It's just a really powerful card, and it's only $20 now, but I feel like it will go down to like $15. I think that's the price you guys should pick it up before it goes up, because this dragon is probably going to be like really expensive in the future.
Yeah.
Even like I think there are a couple. I'll just add that to like the dragons list. Prismaria is going to be really expensive. The Boros one, I don't think the the Simic one or the Silver Quill one will be that good. It might be around the $10 range.
Yeah, I think the Silver Quill one is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but it's not like as far as like power level, it's pretty mediocre.
Yeah, but Wonder Dragon will become like the new Dramoka because Dramoka is now like I think 20 or 30.
I think it's like 30 or something like that.
Oh man, that card used to be so cheap, like $8. I remember.
Yeah, it's like 8 to 12, and then but it never hovered below 5.
Yeah,
it was over like easily $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. For mine, it's gonna be Culling Ritual. It's gonna be 2 and a Golgari, and it says pretty much destroy all non-land permanents 2 or less, and then you could add a green or a black for each permanent destroyed.
Yeah, it's good ramp, and it destroys everything that 2 or less, like artifact. Those greedy artifact players like time to dump my whole hand, and then you're like, cool, destroy them all. Like I guess I'm just not winning.
Yeah. I am greedy. I am greedy artifact player sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, it destroys token decks. It destroys, like fast or mana ramp type of decks. It is pretty insane, and the fact that it'll keep you going. Maybe you're on turn 4, right? But someone's pumped out a whole bunch of tokens. Someone's dropped a whole bunch of artifacts, and you have nothing but 7, 8, 9 mana spells in your hand. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh man, but I would kind of keep this for just the Culling Ritual.
Yeah.
And you play, so now you're dropping a 9-10 drop on turn 5, turn 4. It's insane.
Yeah, it's definitely really powerful. Like your opponent, it thank goodness it destroys non-land permanents. Like you could get rid of creatures, enchantments, artifacts. Not really planeswalkers, but there is Tibble. But I'm trying to think of other things that it could destroy. I think it's just those things. Yeah, just those.
The only thing I wish it was destroy 3 and below.
Oh no, that's too powerful. Let's move on to mine after you just said that. Dramatic Finale for 4 colors, hybrid for white and a black, and to enchantment, and then creature tokens you control get +1/+1, and then whenever one or more non-token creatures you control dies, create 2/1 white-black inkling creatures with flying. This ability triggers only once each turn. I think this card is really powerful with the anthem. Like if you give your tokens +1/+1.
Yeah, and it's creating 2/1 inkling flyers, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a powerful card. I have seen this being played in standard. It's definitely a really gross card too. Like if you have like a stack outlet every turn, you do it because it's once per turn. So you could do on your opponent's turn. You can be like, all right, cool, stack this, get a creature. Cool, stack this, get a creature. If you have like a recurring like thing in your graveyard where it comes back every turn, you're basically just making a bunch of like 3/2 flyers, and then you just have like I don't know, Cradle Hoof, depending on what your deck you're playing, or just like an overrun effect in like white or green. Yeah. Like it just seems really good. If you have a divine vegetation, that card will be gross.
Okay, yeah. See, that card, it pairs perfectly in Esper zombie decks with a Gravecrawler.
Yes.
Gross.
Yes.
Like, alright, cool, you get that. You have Altar of Dimension and you have Gravecrawler. Alright, cool. Time to sack.
Yeah.
Or not Altar, Phyrexian Altar.
Mm-hmm.
To get the black mana to keep casting it.
Yeah.
And now you just have a board filled with 3/2s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting! For my card, I have Valentine, Dean of the Vein, one of the deans of the Strixhaven school. For 1 black, Menace Lifelink. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. And when you do, you can pay 2, make a pass creature, which you guys already know it does. And then on the backside, we have Lizette, Dean of the Root, 2 and 2 green, legendary creature. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain trample.
Oh man, that other side is so gross. I had experience allusions to that card yesterday.
Yeah, I mean the fact that it gives the creatures permanent pumps.
Yeah.
And +1/+1 counters, it's amazing. But really, what really drew me to this card is actually the front side, the 1 mana 1/1 that acts like a Leyline of the Void for creatures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it has Menace Lifelink too, so it definitely just gives you that life, and it's like in the Witherbloom colors too. It's just like, yeah, I'll gain some life, and then you get triggers off that gain life too. It's,
the only thing that I was kind of disappointed about a lot of these partner commanders, or like these dual sided deans, is that they work well together. But that's considering that you could have multiples of them in the deck, right?
Yeah, it's
as a commander, it doesn't really work that well, and that's why this is the only time I was like, oh, I wish these were partner with like, Lisette.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been so amazing.
Yeah,
but I don't think they're ever gonna do partner in Constructed.
No, they're definitely not. It's just gonna be like Commander thing. I mean, I could see like Commander Legends doing like a partner thing, like a new set of partners.
Another partner, right? But yeah, like for me, this pretty much, if you're playing this as your commander, you're really using it against like heavy creature opponents, right? But if not, you can kind of make the side plan of like, all right, I'm gonna play Lisette, have a little bit of life gain in there, give all my tokens or creatures +1/+1 and trample.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next card of my list is Baleful Mastery for 3 colors, 1 black instant. And then you may pay 1 colorless, 1 black rather than pay this spell's mana cost. And then if the 1 colorless and black was paid, an opponent draws a card and then exile target creature or planeswalker. So the fact that it's an opponent, you could choose totally someone else to draw that card, not the thing that you're killing on their side, which is really good. And just the exile effect for a creature or a planeswalker is amazing. It's just solid removal. Like, it's definitely just, I mean, I would probably just pay to 2 in EDH, but in Constructed, just pay to 4. It depends on what type of situation you're in, right? If you're about to just kill your opponent right there and you just need to have a creature gone, just pay to 2. They're dead anyway. And yeah, that's what I think about this card.
No, yeah, I like the like, I mean, there's other 4-drop exile black spells in Constructed right now.
Yeah.
From they have that one from Theros that like lets you look at the top card and then bin it too. Right?
Yeah.
But the fact that this gives you the option of having it just be 2 mana, that makes it
very
makes it more
like,
versatile.
Just for 2 mana exile is just amazing. Like, anything that's just exile in any type of format, it's like, yeah, this is playable. Like, if it's a destroy, like, it won't be that good. But since it's exile, it's definitely really good.
Yeah, because then like I said, like, I hate giving an opponent in a 1v1,
like
any
card
type
advantage,
of card advantage. Yeah.
And thank goodness it's instant speed too. Luckily it's not sorcery. If it was sorcery, I think it would be way worse. Like just might as well just downshift it to like an uncommon with like sorcery speed at that point if you're going to say destroy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for my next one, I have Hoffrey Ghostforge, 3 in Boros or Lorehold. Spirits you control get +1/+1, have trample and haste. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, exile it. If you do, create a token of it, and then when that token dies, you put the exiled creature back into the graveyard.
That's gonna be one of my commanders I'm gonna build. It's just a powerful effect because you could definitely just combo off with like I think 3 cards if you have Blasting Station, Scrouger. I think that's what
Scrap Trawler.
Scrap Trawler, not Scrouger.
Yeah, or Junk Diver.
Junk Diver, or just have like Terror to Peaks on board, and you just keep on like infinitely like stacking things. If you have like let's say what the Eldrazi that you could catch from graveyard.
Oh, no, that's in black, I think.
I thought with colorless, like 3 colorless. Oh no, it might be just only from exile. I think
it's from exile and it's a black card.
Oh,
I mean, it has
you could play
Devoid.
Squid. You could play Squid.
Yeah,
there we go. You
Squid.
could like keep on like sacking that guy with Terror to Peaks, and you have like Ascian's Altered or Phyrexian Altar, like and Blasting Station. You're basically just killing everyone on the board.
Yeah, I saw this and it's like you could build it very casual too, but the fact that you can put a Sun Titan in there,
yeah,
makes everything better. But also this card is really good against it. It sets you up better when there's a board wipe.
Mm-hmm.
So like say someone Wrath of Gods, everything on the board, you have like 5 or 6 creatures out.
Yeah,
and you're like okay, board wipe.
Yeah,
and then all those all the things will trigger. You get a whole bunch of tokens of those creatures.
It's just really funny when someone board wipes. They just all become spirits. Like, oh, we're still here.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's just a very I'm glad that Boros in this set got a whole bunch of different commanders that are just different from what Boros usually does. Yeah, this is pretty much. This is a Boros Reanimator style type of deck, which is awesome.
A definitely awesome one. All right, moving on to my next card. One of my favorite cards is Wandering Archaic for 5 colorless Avatar. And whenever an opponent casts an instant sorcery spell, they may pay 2 colorless. If they don't, you may copy and choose new targets.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's just for colorless mana. You could slide this in like any type of deck, like probably just mono color decks, 2 color decks, 3 color decks. Like it's just a powerful card. Like I have it in my Tali deck right now. It's oh man, I can't wait to like play it and just get some value off of it. Like I'll take that demonic tutor too. That just seems really gross to do.
Well, first of all, if you're doing it off of demonic tutor, I'll pay the 2 for that. But it gets a little bit harder later on, like. Against like Martin Narset deck, I would have to leave mana up. Mm-hmm. I mean, I leave mana up regardless. Yeah. But it's just like, oh, what if I get like an Expropriate? I don't want him to have a copy of Expropriate. Yeah. So it's a pretty crazy. It's just another taxing effect, which we all hate in Commander, but it's a necessary evil, right?
Yeah.
For my card, it's gonna be a very cut and dry creature. It's Archmage Emeritus. Has Magecraft. Whenever you copy or cast an instant or sorcery, draw a card.
It's ready in my Kaja deck already because the 4 mana it's pretty good there, and like whenever you copy it or cast instant sorcery spell, you're basically just drawing a card no matter what.
Yeah. For me, I love this card just because I love drawing cards. Who doesn't love drawing cards in Commander, right?
No.
But the fact that Magecraft triggers off copies is what makes this card even more powerful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right, but yeah, super cut and dry. Just draw cards for casting spells.
Yeah, I maybe in historic or even like standard, it's pretty versatile. Like if you play like 1 or 2 of, it's really good. But yeah, just drawing that card is really just going to help you with that card advantage. If you're a Spell Slinger deck, you might like. I wish it would like red for like Zada. Like you're basically drawing so many cards.
I think Zada would deck out.
Yeah, it would probably. You're basically like, I'm just gonna draw my deck here, guys. Like that's something they will do. But yeah, it's definitely just a solid good card too.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, moving on to my last card, Leonin Light Scry for 1 white, 1 colorless creature, Magecraft, and then whenever you cast an instant sorcery or copy it, creature you control get +1/+1, and it's a 2/2. I think this card's gonna be really good. In standard, it seems good in those mono white decks. It's definitely powerful. It just like an overrun effect depending on what deck it is. Like if you have like pump spells or like just an overrun on top of that pump too, it just seems really good in like a green white or just mono white decks in construction formats. But EDH, I can kind of see it just as like a another pump way. Like if you're casting like a bunch of like green tutors or something like that, your team going to get bigger. But yeah, what do you think about it?
I think it's great for just all these white weenie decks or anything that's kind of low to the ground. Mainly because you're always you're gonna somehow trigger this at least once or twice.
Yeah, like let's say Chroma's Will. You just have a board and you have this Chroma Will trigger. They all get +1/+1 on top of whatever Chroma Will gives.
Why do you go to like the best possible scenario?
Hey, it's a good card.
Right, you could do that. You could do the 2 in a white instant spell from Return or Ravnica Allegiance, where it gives them all indestructible, and if you play if you play it during one of your main phases, it gets a +1/+1 counter.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's definitely a good spot for this in a lot of decks, especially token decks.
Yeah.
Token decks are gonna love this just for the pump.
Yeah. If you have protection on it too, it just or your board's like protected, like they have all like indestructible. If you have Avacyn on the board, like everyone might just die like in a couple turns.
And it's a 2-drop. It's so low to the ground, very fitting and all these weenie decks.
Yeah.
My last card is going to be Culling Ritual. Black and a green, instant. Choose a target creature. When that creature dies this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value, put onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle.
So basically, an Elder's Evolution. With
an instant Elder's Evolution or Neo. No, those get mana.
Plus less because this one's less. Yeah.
But I like to get as much value as you can from a creature as possible. So if a creature's gonna be exiled or die, regardless, I'm like, all right, cool. I'll turn this. I don't know. I'll turn AC into Tatyova.
Yeah, or like Avenger of Zendikar or something like that.
Yeah, you're like, all right, I'll turn this Avenger of Zendikar to a Consecrated Sphinx.
Yeah.
like in my scenario, I'm playing a Sultai deck.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, like just any kind of value you can get from any creature that's gonna die anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Second life.
Yeah, Second Life.
Oh man.
I think that's all of my rares that I have. I would love to talk about the Mythical Archives, but those are really different.
And there's so much that would be like a 2-hour video or something.
Yeah, there's so much that we need to talk about that. But I think that's it for us. Like, subscribe, and comment guide what you guys think about our list. And if you'd like to add any other cards, definitely put them in comment below. We'd love to check that out and have our own opinions about it. And my name is Quest.
My name is Barry.
And we are the Scry Guys.